Hi, welcome to Political Show, kavindu Political Times. Today on the show we're going to talk about some very funny Republicans and many more things. So stay with me and enjoy my show. Please watch my show. So now let's get started. As you all know, Trumpist and Trump lawyer Lin Wood says that his children don't talk to him and blames the deep state. First of all, Mr. Linwood, I don't know what is a deep state means to begin with. You sound like a very paranoid man more than a sensible human being, and I see no surprise that why your children don't even want to talk to you. In fact, I think they should not talk to you because you're such a crazy paranoid person. That's the reality, and this shows what sort of person you are, and questioning American election with this level of paranoia, my God. A person like you really funny. You remind me of someone like, what's the word I'm looking for? You remind me of one of those very conspiracy theorists who always talks about mind control and stupid things that don't exist. That's what it exactly sounds like you. So I'm not surprised that your children don't talk to you, and I think they might not talk to you knowing that their father is critically insane and have no knowledge about anything. And plus, questioning American election really and blaming the deep state for it, that sounds fairly stupid, I tell you that. Yeah, from blaming his family problems on government, let's talk about anti-maskers in Nevada. A humiliating loss for the anti-maskers as a judge in Nevada delivered the blow down enter lawsuit to make the process. Now, the judge stated very clearly that the parents had no constitutional right to disobey the regulation when it comes to masks. It's simple. If the government if the government decides or the school district decides very clearly that masks are mandatory, then they are, and the parents do not have a constitutional right just because they don't like a policy. And unfortunately for these anti-maskers, well, they had a blow. And I really like about this judgment from the judge is that the judge has finally explained to these dumb fools that you can't intervene and tell them what you want. It doesn't work that way. If the school district does everything what the parents want, then there won't be no school left. Whining parents, whining Karens, imagine that for a second. I mean, imagine that. It's incredibly funny indeed. Then, of course, moving on. Donald Trump. You know Donald Trump, the orange-haired former president who said he loves Vladimir Putin. Well, he got booed. Oh, he got booed by his own supporters because he encouraged vaccines. It's kind of a body blow for Donald Trump because he's the man who actually helped to create the vaccines in the first place. Must give him credit for that. I am not like Donald Trump. So, Donald Trump, you must have credit for making the vaccine happen in the first place. But unfortunately, I don't feel sad for him. Because this is the same people, this is his own people. He told his people, don't take vaccines in the past, don't wear masks, etc. So if they boo him now, it's no surprise right now. In fact, I would be very happy that he's getting booed. Thank you very much, the crowd, because now Donald Trump is now living the life of many other people who are putting on masks. Thank goodness, the orange-haired monster is finally living reality. And of course, I would say that, thank goodness. Then moving on from that topic, Oklahoma GOP member claims that he has this wild policy letting parents decide to decide which books get banned and librarians to get fired and get paid $10,000 each day when the book that they don't like that exists in the library remains. Now, this is kind of stupid. So what he's technically saying is that if a whiny Karen comes and says, I don't want my children to learn about African American history or something like that, and then that Karen can ban that book. That's what he's proposing. And plus, if the book is not banned, then the school district must pay that parent $10,000 per day, and a librarian loses that person's job. That sounds insane. That sounds stupid. That's exactly what GOP is. If you have watched my previous video, you know the GOP situation. And these proposals will only make the public school system in the United States even worse. I will admit it, the public school system is underfunded and it's terrible right now. And this idiot GOP from Oklahoma says that no, we must make them more bankrupt by making the Karens decide exactly what's good for their children when it comes to education. Let's get one thing clear out of the way. Parents can have some form of decisions on what their children learn. But the parents don't have the full control once they are send their child to a school, because it's a school's decision to decide what they teach. That's how the human society works, because as people we are biased. Unfortunately for this Oklahoma GOP stupid crazy human being, it seems like no, it's the stupid Karens who should decide. You know what? If this bill passes, public school will be only further destroyed. And I know this won't pass, but let's hope it does not pass. So moving on from that, let's talk about Florida Governor Desantis. Desantis is one of those movie villains, or the pariah. So I want to call him a social pariah, Governor Desantis. DeSantis has been anti-vaccine. He hates when people get vaccinated. He does not like masks. He wants a private army in Florida. Somehow he forgot this is not World War II. Yeah, I mean, let me talk about this private army thing. He technically wants a private force in Florida so that he can keep Florida safer and do better when natural disasters come. But isn't that job is all taken care by a different government organization? DeSantis sounds like one of us villains in a movie who wants to destroy the world, but he's pretty much a goddamn loser. DeSantis, pretty much safe to say. And a person like DeSantis could actually run for the presidency in 2024. And if he wins, the country is destroyed. He's worse than Trump. So don't think for a second he's better than Trump. He's 1,050,000 times worse than Trump. He's only got presumably black hair and a white skin in him. Not orange and white, but he's actually quite worse. So overall, Governor DeSantis is a villain for the United States than a freaking patriot. In fact, I think he should be called a traitor. That's who DeSantis really is. I will tell you that. And now, last piece on this show today we're going to talk about is about China. Why does China invest so much in Africa? Is it for the potential? Ooh, is it for the love? No, it's not. It's not love. It's not potential. When you give loans to countries in Africa that they can't pay, actually, you can take over whatever you want. Imagine this. Many African countries have mortgaged their freaking airports to get these loans. Imagine what happens if those African governments can't pay those money. Chinese take ownership of those airports and critical infrastructure. Technically, and also they take control of natural resources, which is required for electric cars and electric vehicles and smartphones, everything that we use, including myself, my phone that I'm using right now. Imagine the Chinese conquering Africa. At least the British colonists were nicer. They said that we are going to come and we're going to kill you and we're going to take over the land. The Chinese is like, oh, I'm your friend. We're going to spend time together. We're going to have lunch, dinner. Let's have a drink. Let's have some African dance. But you know what? In the end of the day, we are going to kill you and take over. Exactly. Rather than killing them, they're going to get them through the financial system. Like loan sharks. That's exactly what Chinese are. Chinese people, governments are, not people, but the Chinese government are loan sharkers. That's exactly who they are. They give you loans that you can't pay, and then when you can't pay them, they take ownership. That's exactly what's going to happen. So, this shows why the United States have to take the fight against China right now. If not, Africa could be in danger. What's next? Half of Asia. So on this notion, I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for joining me on this show. Hit the like button and subscribe to my show. Thank you very much.